Dear students, let us see the iterative construction of the cryptographic hash. To accommodate inputs of arbitrary length, the most hash functions use iterative construction as shown in the figure, where we have C is a compression box. It accepts two binary strings of length B and W and produces an output string of the length W as shown in the figure. Here B is the block size and W is the width of the digest. During the first iteration, it accepts a predefined initialization vector IV, while the top input is the first block of the message, as we are seeing here. In the subsequent iterations, the partial hash output is fed back as the second input, as we are seeing in this line, which is coming from H, and we are connecting back to this XOR operation. Okay, that is, in the subsequent iterations, the partial hash output is fed back as second input to the C box. The top input is derived from successive blocks of the message. This procedure is repeated until all the blocks of the message have been processed. Therefore, the operations what we have discussed, it can be summarized through the equation as follows. We have the output H. Okay, equals the output which is coming from the C box C of the initialization vector comma M1 during the first iteration. And for the subsequent iterations, we can represent it as Hi equals C of Hi minus 1 comma Mi, because the Hi minus 1, as we are shown here, from the second iteration, it will be given as input to the second input of the compression box. So the equations we can represent like this. We have H equals C of initialization vector comma M1 for the first block of the message, and Hi equals C of Hi minus 1 comma Mi for all the subsequent blocks of the message. So the iteration construction of this cryptographic hash function, what we have discussed here, is a simplified version. It is a simplified version of the procedure which was proposed by the scientists known as Merkley and Damgard. It has the property that if the compression function is a collision resistance, then the resulting hash function is also a collision resultant. The frequently used algorithms which make use of this concept is MD5 and SHA1 are the best known example, where MD5 is a 128-bit hash while SHA1 is a 160-bit hash. So this is the concept of the iterative cryptographic hash function. Let us see the application of this cryptographic hash function in the next video. Thank you, students.